a little dash of some cayenne pepper, because this is energy. You know, you talking to people, you gotta know. There was a chick that used to be in my circle that every time she would call me and I would get off the phone, I'd be so drained and tired. So one day Spirit said, next time she call you, have some black obsidian. So when she called me, I had a nice piece of black obsidian the size of an orange, and I heard her, you know, thinking through her mind, like, and I'm like, what's up, sis, you okay? She's like, I don't know, your energy feels different. Yeah, because you can't feed anymore. You can't siphon off my energy. You know what I'm saying? You could be with a man or a woman, vice versa, and they have a succubi spirit. The last guy I was with, he was invoking demons to come run train on his ass. I didn't know that. I went over to his house, didn't have on none of my protective jewelry, and them succubi demons beat my ass. I woke up with a black eye, a busted lip, like my whole body got ran over. I can't come back here no more. But Spirit said, don't break up with him, because if you do, he's going to stalk you. So what I did, I got some agrimony herb that the Catholic Church used for exorcism. And I lift up my mattress. I sprinkled it all under the box spring. I sprinkled some in the pillow. When he came over that night, he couldn't lay down and sleep in peace. You know what I'm saying? I did that on a Tuesday. He broke up with my ass on a Friday. I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And one of the priestesses in my circle that I mentored to for years, I didn't tell her anything about him. I just gave her his name and I said, read this dude. And she was like, shit, I see sigils on the floor and he's butt ass naked. He'd be invoking demons to have sex with him. I said, thank you, that's what I thought. This shit is real out here. I read for a brother one time that walked in, he had a huge succubus on his back, winged creature. She was beautiful, but how she fed was by him having sex. He was a sex addict. He had to keep having sex with random people so she could feed. And I said to him, damn, you got a succubus on your back. And he was like, shit, you can see her? Because nobody else could see her but me and him. When your third eye becomes awakened, you will see all types of shit on this planet that exists in an invisible realm. There is so many things that are here in this terrestrial. We share this terrestrial with billions of beings from other sphere. I have a lake down the street from my house. And every time I come around that corner, it's like some shit, driving the lake. And I'm like, nah, fuck you, I need my car. Number one, I can't swim. And I'm not going to be on nobody's 6 o'clock news, you know, the fire department pulling my ass out the lake. You know what I'm saying? There are things that come. Why you think all this stuff be happening? Because if you are not in a right frequency, you could have some shit that, you know, whisper in your ears. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, you in an orange goddamn jumpsuit and you don't even know how you got there. This is why you have to stay protected and you have to meditate on a regular, because meditation is tapping in with higher self that is always in contact with source. And learn your particular mantra. That is like putting spiritual currency in the spiritual vault. That whenever you need to make a withdrawal for something, you know what I'm saying? I mean, this is real. You want to manifest a truck? You want to manifest a house? As human beings, two of the most readily pool of energy we have to draw from is our sexual energy and our anger. Both of those are energy. Everything is currency. You know what I'm saying? You can beat off and manifest a truck or your house. You know what I'm saying? You just have to discipline yourself how to use that energy. Don't just use it just, I want to get a nut. Put it towards something. What you trying to manifest? Everything is energy. Everything, because this is our currency. We are a ritualistic people. You get up, you wash your face, you brush your teeth. That's a ritual. So why you can't take 5 minutes and sit down and tap in with higher self? Primordial Mother, I ask you for your divine wisdom, your divine guidance, your divine protection, and your divine blessings for me and my family. We're going to have to start doing this for our people, because now that we're in the age of Aquarius that rules the 11th house, groups, We can go. I have some sisters coming tomorrow. I'm taking them to Stone Mountain, and we gonna do a ritual. Have them pinching their goddamn nipples. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna do something for the collective. Each one of us can do something for the collective because we have ancestors that watch over our race. But a lot of them, when you die, you hear people say rest in peace. If you die, you got shot, stabbed, or anything, you're not at rest because your spirit becomes a tranquil spirit where you wonder. It's like a leaf. You ever seen a dead leaf blowing? This is why we do rituals for our ancestors to elevate them, because just like on this path, we could have them run down on among us. On that side, they got shit to run down on them. You don't want your ancestors on the other side holding up a sign, money. You give them ancestral money. You know what I'm saying? You pour water, you pour liquor. They take the energy from that. You understand? This is what it is. And the age of Aquarius that we're in now, the ancient ruler of Saturn, you're going to have to, get on your spiritual path, because this is the only way. You know what I'm saying? Because the energy on the planet is changing. And if you are not vibrating on a certain frequency, you'll fuck around and walk outside and just drop. Because the frequency keeps raising. Your solar flares hitting our planet. You know what I'm saying? So it's time for each and every one to reclaim their spiritual birthright. Every last one of you in here have your own magic. But what is your magic? You need to decode that shit and start working with it and make it work for you. You know what I'm saying? Am I done?
You said
okay. So this is what it is. You have to find out what you are assigned with, because even though you have your major archangel, your celestial being that was assigned to you, you have about 4 of them. You have to know who they are, and each of them serves a different purpose. You know what I'm saying? You have to find out, do you work with a pentagram? Do you work with a Solomon key? Are you supposed to be working with a crystal? The Ankh. This, the all-seeing eye of Wajet. This is life, healing, prosperity, and protection. You know what I'm saying? We have our ancient symbols, our own sigil. Your name is a sigil. You got to know how to break down your name in numerology. Not just the Pythagorean, the Greek system that they use, but the old system of the Chaldean numerology. Because in the Pythagorean, it's one energy. But in the Chaldean, it's a different energy, and it's connected to a planet and an element. My Jupiter is in Leo. Leo, think about the lion. That's Sekhmet. I am here to empower and to inspire. My Chiron is in Pisces. This is all about spirituality. I'm a number 7. Next year, 2023, when you add those up, it's going to be a number 7. This is dealing with the energy of the moon. Intuition, psychic ability, dreams. You got to write down your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Because they contain messages. You have to know how to decode them. When you start becoming awake, you see the symbolism around you. You might see 333 on the back of a truck. You need to decode. First of all, 369. That's transformation. That's dealing with the energy of change and upheaval. What's getting ready to go down? And if you look at the angel numbers, it's your angels trying to talk to you. A lot of us walk, you see a feather in your path. You think it's just a feather. That's a message that your guides are watching over you.
You have any tips or anything? Dreams and something like that?
Yes, you have, there's a crystal called selenite. And you can put a piece of selenite under your bed. Sometimes you can put a glass of water by your bed. You understand? And it can help you. And I have some ingredients. You might have to go online to dream pillow. Like putting rosemary, some sandalwood. There's different ingredients. I can't remember all the ingredients, but a dream pillow. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. There's symbolism around us all the time. A random ass cat show up in your yard. What is the symbolism? You jump on the internet and Google the symbolism of a cat and pay attention to the color. Because if it's a white cat, it could be illness. If it's a black cat, it's protection. Okay, or some other shit.
Thanks.
You got any other questions?
Are you finding your archangels in your chart?
Yes.
Where are you looking at? What planets?
You can, every single house have an archangel. Jupiter is Metatron in Sachiel. You know what I'm saying? The sun is Archangel Michael. The moon is Archangel Gabriel. Mercury is Raphael. You know what I'm saying? Mars is Samael. Venus is Uriel. And think about it. Your science. I'm a Cancer. Moon in Scorpio, rising in Pisces. These are three different energies with different beings that's connected. You have to decode your science because the day you were born, if you're born on the 2nd, that has a meaning. What you come here to express. When you do your numerology, it gives you your life path. Mine is a number 1. I'm here to do whatever the hell I want to. You know what I'm saying? This is ruled by the sun. My destiny is a number 4. This is Saturn. This is having a strong foundation and stability. My soul urge is a number 6. My soul came back here longing to teach from a holistic standpoint. You know what I'm saying? So once you decode your science, that is your magic right there. You just have to study it and practice. You know what I'm saying? You want to do a money candle manifestation ritual? It's not going to happen overnight because you have to work at it. Where is the money in your natal chart? What kind of herbs should you use? What kind of essential oil should you use? On what day is your best day? I'm born on a Sunday. So Sunday is my most powerful day. In the Bible, the book of Psalms, that was written by our foremother. Everybody, your numerology. If you're born on the 16th, Psalms 1, Psalm 6, and Psalm 7 and 16 are your power Psalms. You got to read it and see what it is. Did you come in here, you know that you need protection from hating assholes? You know what I'm saying? Did you come in here because, you know, you get depressed and despondent and you need to call out to the Most High to hear you? You know what I'm saying? Everything is in there. And this is your science. Your date of birth, your numerology, the colors, the gems, everything. And you decode your own science. Am I done?
You got 5 minutes.
Okay, I got 5 minutes. Yeah, so anybody got any questions? Go ahead, Goddess.
So how do you break down your name in my numerology? Like,
Well, there's a ton of see, I got an Android. I'm not impressed with Apple because they make you pay for all kinds of shit. So my cheap ass Android, I get all this shit for free. Like there's a moon phase calendar, simple moon phase calendar, where it tells you where the moon is that day. So if we look at today is what? A Saturday. Yeah, the 1st. So it'll tell you the moon is in Aquarius. You understand? And this is Saturday. This is Saturn's day. This is a day of stability, foundation. This is a day dealing with the ancestors. You know what I'm saying? And then you have numerology. Let me see, a numerology app right here where you can break your name down in Pythagorean, the Greek system, or Chaldean, our ancient numerology system. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever your name breaks down to, this is the energy that you're here to express. And this is why people have so much problems in their lives. Because they don't know that they're going against their natural order that they came here to express. So once you know your science, then this is what you do. Now you're in balance and alignment with what you came here to do. And things move seamlessly. Now it doesn't mean that you will never have problems, because actually planet Earth is hell. This is where we come to elevate. And we have been here many, many, many times. You know what I'm saying? And so this is it right here, that you are here to learn your lessons. In your natal chart, Saturn is your lessons. My Saturn is in Aries. And being that I'm bipolar, control your urge to hop over the table and sock a bitch in the jaw. You know what I'm saying? Or control your impulses. Don't just jump into something and you have not done the research. But also, Aries in Saturn lends great power, because it's hard for people to come for you spiritually. It takes an army, and even then some. You know what I'm saying? Because with Saturn in Aries, Aries is about fire of fire. So you better be skilled in some fire magic. You need to know how to look at the flame of the candle. And what is it saying to you? We can communicate with the flame. You can communicate with the water. Imagine the sisters on TikTok was telling the trees to touch them. Just imagine if all of us tapped in with Mother Nature. It's all kinds of stuff that we can do. I read for some sisters in Louisiana. One of them, a daughter of Oya, every time she got mad, a tornado came on her street. We can cause tornado. We can cause the rain, drought, anything. Mars is your spiritual bullets. What's your spiritual bullets? Mine is having motherfuckers wrap their car around a tree. Heart attacks. You know what I'm saying? You come here with your protection and your weapons. You know what I'm saying? You have to decode that. And this is what it is. What is your magic? Because you can't study nobody else's magic. Because you can get a book on rituals. Yeah. Okay, you're reading the book on rituals. But what are supposed to be your rituals? Because you're just looking at somebody else's stuff. What is your stuff? And it takes practice and training to master it. Yeah.
What's the weapon for Mars and Gemini?
The weapon for Mars and Gemini. First of all, Mars is fire of fire. This is the warrior. You know what I'm saying? Gemini is all about mental magic. You know what I'm saying? Gemini is all about, you can cause somebody to have an aneurysm or walk out in traffic, get hit by a car. You know what I'm saying? But Mars, Gemini is all about the mental magic. Because to be honest, we're so far past altars and all of this. The temple, is within. There is nothing outside the self. And Gemini is all about sitting down and mental magic. You got to see it in your mind's eye. The Bible said life and death is in the power of the tongue. What do you speak into existence? What do you think into existence? You know what I'm saying? So Gemini is all about ear magic. This is using like lavender. You know what I'm saying? The incense. This is dealing with the wind type energy. This is dealing with the mind. And Mars is all about fire. Fire of fire. Because this is a warrior. You had a question, Goddess?
Yes, we was talking about working with Solomon and your birthday. So say for instance my birthday's in I'm a Pisces.
Oh, the most spiritual sign, yeah.
So which principle should I be working with?
Water of water. That means, let's just say you're trying to manifest something. You get a bowl of water and you speak into it.
Right.
You do a bath. Let's just say you want a man, you do a love bath. You know what I'm saying? And you put all your little shamalama ding dong in it. When you are done, you take a bowl and you throw it outside your front yard. Let the universe know, yo, I'm open for business.
So
you speak into water. Every time you get into the shower or a bath, you should be speaking in the water to amplify that water. And if you add a clear quartz crystal to it, which you are a Pisces labradorite that kicks down the door to the spirit realm, you amplify the water. So that is part of your magic, is water. And that is ruled over by Yemaya, Tiamat. You know what I'm saying? Those kinds of energy. Am I done? Okay. All right. Yes.
Thank y'all much. I had, that's my big sister right there. I had to get her on this ticket. You know what I'm saying? Brother come up here, Brother Kalanji. Known this brother for years. When I first moved down here to Atlanta. This brother, we linked up and just re-linked recently because I kind of relocated, but that's a different story. But please, all y'all, if you have your phones, please follow the Book It Out Rabbit podcast. I know some of y'all already have Book It Out Rabbit podcast. Follow us on the YouTube page.
Priestess Asek Ra Amen.
I'm gonna change that.
Peace, how y'all doing?
Peace.
Like good?
Yes.
My name is first off, gratitude for the invitation. So, I haven't seen in many years. Forgive me, I've been moving around a lot today. We had an 8-hour training dealing with survival preparedness. Trying to get it back together, and we have a couple other things going on, so my night's gonna be long. Grateful to be here with you all. It's always an honor to be in the presence of powerful people, right? Because we're powerful people, is that right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Now listen, to tell y'all something, right? I just look like this. So I'm from a place where I'm hoping I can send some love and I get that love back. You cool with that?
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. I just want to make sure, we're in the right place. Like I said, my name's Kalanji Changa, originally from Bridgeport, Connecticut. You know about that? From Hartford? Bridgeport brunch here, right? That's right. Anyway, I'm 45 minutes away from Harlem. Bronx, grew up in that area. I'm the great-great-grandson of a man by the name of Sam Pace. Sam Pace was a Seminole down in freedom fighter, right? Revolutionary. I'm a child and a great-grandchild of people who put in work for us. I fight on behalf of political prisoners. I fight against police terrorism. We organize in the community to make sure that we go beyond just crying and dying, right? Oftentimes we talk about what the issues are, but it's difficult when it comes to the practice, right? Practice is where we lose people because of the fact that we talk about work, right? In order for us to win, we must fight. That's just in any particular society, any kingdom, whether it's animals or fish or whatever, you have to fight for your survival because it's your duty to defend what's yours. Is that right? I can't come up in your house because I feel like it. I can't come going in your refrigerator because I feel like it. I can't come take your shit because I feel like it. I should be met with resistance. Is that right?
Yes.
Now, if you don't resist, you deserve it if you allow it, right? Okay. My topic, and I'm going to be brief, so I don't want to bore y'all, right? My topic is surviving the U.S. death machine. The United States is a capitalist society. Under capitalism is a very violent system. Capitalism is a pimp hoe system. And unfortunately, we pay taxes in America, we fall under the guise of now some of y'all go, I ain't no hoe. That's great in theory, but in practice, I'm talking about all this, right? Now some of you may say, if we put our resources together, we got this many billionaires, so on and so forth, right? And we got this many black billionaires in America. Let me help you out to something real quick, right? The richest black man, quote unquote, in America is worth $6.7 billion, a man by the name of Robert Smith. That's more than Oprah, more than Kanye and Jigga and Rihanna and all these other people. $6.7 billion. That sounds like a lot of money, right? Now, Jeff Bezos Elon Musk and these characters, they're worth $250 billion plus. 250 billion compared to that's a big difference, right? So black billionaires in America are impoverished compared to white billionaires. Now, I said it's a pimp hole system. And you say, well, you know, Jay-Z owned this one, that one owned that one. They don't own jack shit. What they have is less power than we do. They just have the ability to buy more shiny shit than we have. But the more you get in America, the less you have, you begin to lose your tongue. You can't speak out against certain things. You can't speak out against issues that are obvious, right? You can't unite with certain causes. You can't be seen standing next to certain people because it compromises your wealth, right? Folks like us, we're free to speak. We get up here and talk about whatever we want to talk about. And that's cool. But when you are someone like a Jay-Z or a Kanye or whatever, they might write Kanye up, say he crazy or whatever, so they don't really care about him. But when you have to talk about some of these other folks, they're not going to say shit. They might kneel at the Super Bowl for you. They might throw their black fists up. They might say, man, you know that's messed up. They killed George Floyd. I'm going to go sit down and I'm going to go make some more money with these crackers. Under a capitalist system, in capitalism, there's no such thing as a black capitalist. Why? Because in order to be a capitalist, you have to be able to own the resources, own the means of production, and own the means of distribution, right? And you would think, you'd be like, damn, why don't all these black folks just get together and they can distribute their own shit? Why does Jay-Z still need to cut a deal with white folks, right? Why does Kanye need to sign? They got billions of dollars, right? But they do not own their distribution. And if they make an effort to get out of line, they get slapped. Now, you may say, well, you know, shit, you know, I saw Jay-Z with Elon Musk. Kanye was talking about Elon Musk. So you tripping. They need us. They don't need us. We're disposable. The deal is, they need us to be entertainment for them. You understand what I'm saying? So they need the Jay-Z's and they need the Kanye's and they need the Oprah's. They need the Robin Smith, who was the former owner of BET. They need all of these people to perform for them and produce for them to make more money for them. Y'all follow what I'm saying? So that's powerless. Right? There will never be a black billionaire in the United States that has as much as the top. They'll never be in the top 100 when it comes to billionaires. You must understand. Now, why am I talking about billionaires? Quite honestly, I don't give a fuck about billionaires. Let me keep it funky with you. You understand what I'm saying? But I want you to understand where we are. Because I hear us, we talk about being spiritual. True indeed, we're spiritual. There's no argument. We also mental. We have to use our mind. In Islam, they say trust in Allah, but tie your camel. What does that mean? You say, okay, well, I believe in God and God's going with. Look, don't lock that goddamn door and see how it go down. You understand what I'm saying? Take your ass out there with some shiny shit at the gas station over here around midnight, chill at the pump for a little while, and think some of these cats won't run up to you and try it, right? You have to tie your camel. You have to use your head. So you're spiritual, but you got to be able to use your mind. You have to be mental. And with that spiritual and mental, you have to be physical, right? Because you can own some shit, but if you don't have the power to defend it, then it won't be yours no more, right? You can name any black leader, any whatever you want to call them. Because I know folks don't call themselves black, they don't call themselves African, original, whatever you want to do. Can we agree on original today? You can ask any original man if they did not have a military to control their shit, then these crackers will come in and they will decimate it and they will take this shit. Am I wrong? Now, forgive me, y'all. Forgive my English. I curse a little bit. Like I said, I'm going on 52 years old, so I don't really, I'm not impressed by the English language. So every now and then, I do the Lauryn Hill and I add a motherfucker so they can hear me. You understand what I'm saying? But I need us to be clear. because we get caught up and confuse ourselves. We will trick ourselves into believing that we can hope our way out of this, we can wish our way out of this, we can throw some stones our way out of this shit, we can put on some goddamn crystals, some flower pots on our head, and none of that shit's gonna work if you can't defend yourself. Am I lying? Some of you may go, you being disrespectful. I'm not being disrespectful, I'm telling you what the facts are. Because if anything worked, if any one thing worked, then we would not be in the condition we are today. You must properly understand that. It must be properly understood. Fool yourself if you want to. That's cool with me. If that's what you want to do. Like my father said, if you like it, I love it. The fact is, we're at war. Let me back that up. We're being massacred because we're not at war. We're in a war and we're victims right now. We're victims. Now, I understand something, y'all. I don't want anybody to mistake me for one of these tough Tony clowns running around talking that bullshit with dusty uniforms on and the rusty ass boots, talking all that tough shit, right? Because that ain't what I'm coming from. That ain't my bag. That ain't my thing. I'm just saying to you that at this stage in the game, our infighting is to our detriment. We get caught up in all the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? This one's a Christian, that one's a Muslim, this one's a Nubian, this one's a Jehovah's Witness, so we can't work with it. This one's gay, this one's straight, this one got a polka dot in his head. This is a feminist, this is a lesbian. At the end of the day, we're becoming more fractionalized. And it makes us powerless. It makes us powerless. You don't have to, which week don't make me use the bathroom. But at the end of the day, if I'm your neighbor, you'd probably be better off with someone like me as your neighbor than just a cat that's talking shit all day. Why? Because we're into theory and practice. If it's not practical, it don't exist for me. It don't exist for me. Because none of what we can think out of our head, outside of us working to change our conditions, is going to make sure that that mortgage is paid, that rent's paid, that light bill is paid, so on and so forth. Is that right? Most of our master teachers talk about pull yourself up by your bootstrap. Right? Now, I'm saying all I'm saying not to diss us and make us feel like we're hopeless, because I don't believe in that shit at all. We come from a victorious people and we will be victorious. But we will only become victorious once we begin to organize. No man is island. No one, I challenge everyone in this room, name one person that did any significant thing for our race that did not have a team or a crew. You might not know they had an organization or an organized front, but they had one. From King to Christ to Asar to Cyrus to whoever you want to name, they had a team. And if they didn't have a team, they didn't really have anything. Harriet Tubman had a team. You understand what I'm saying? There was a process. She didn't just get up and say, I'm going to walk and I'm going to find some shit. There were people that supported her on her path. That was her crew, right? That was her team. That was her organization. We must be organized. And that is the problem right there. It's not about the numbers, because in guerrilla warfare, you can roll up in the jungle with nothing and come out with a lot if you are trained. Now, if you just talking about, I'm going to wish this shit away, you close your eyes, it's like the babies. How many of y'all have children? You ever see how the babies close their eye and they think because they can't see you that you gone? That's how we be moving around. We walk around with our eyes closed thinking some shit gonna go away because we just got on our knees and we prayed it away. That's not reality. Now, prayer can work. But again, you have to become proactive. You have to be organized. I was talking to a brother the other day. He's like, yo, so man, the thing is, black folks just need to come together. I said, it's not enough to come together. What you mean? Man, we got, this million people and so many billions around the planet. Okay, cool. If I come in here, let's say sis says, she like a Rolls Royce, right? You say you want a Rolls Royce. Oh shit, ain't nothing. I can get you a Rolls Royce. And I have a truck drop off a whole bunch of Rolls Royce parts. The knob to the radio, pieces to the muffler, all kinds of shit. If you don't know how to put it together, you don't have a Rolls Royce. You just gonna look at it like, fucking do this. I can come by in a Yugo or a Pinto, that's how old I am. I can come by in a little, I don't know what cheap cars are, and I'll be driving. You might laugh at my car because it's a putt-putt, but you don't even have a car. You understand what I'm saying? Because you haven't learned how to organize and structure what it is that you're dealing with, right? That is us. We are a Rolls Royce, but we are a whole bunch of fractured pieces. So we're going nowhere fast. We look good in theory. There's a hip hop group out of North Carolina called Little Brother, right? And one of the things, that's where the Cat Knife Wonder and a few other heads come from. One of the lines in one of their old songs, they said, do you really want to win or do you want to look good losing? We, as original people, we look damn good losing, right? Because I can get up here and impress you with all kinds of shit, big words. You know what I'm saying? I could make you feel good about yourself, get you riled up, start clapping and all that. You go home and your lights is turned off. All this shit I'm talking don't mean nothing at the end of the day. I can go home and I ain't got no food in my refrigerator, but y'all was impressed though. I look good on YouTube. Somebody liked my video. It's beyond that. We have to become practical. We must organize. If we don't organize, we die. That's it. That's it. We're being murdered in the streets by the police because we're unorganized. We roll around dolo. The majority of the brothers and sisters that you're hearing that are being murdered in the streets by the police are caught by themselves. They're caught by themselves. This rolling dolo, this business is for the birds. Sisters, we have an organization called the FTP Movement, or online it's the peoplesarmy.org, right? We have several organizations under this banner. We have some sisters that are instructors. We have a school called African Martial Arts Institute. But we have some sisters that can give, no disrespect in here, but they can put it on you. You ain't gonna just go deal with them like any type of way. And many of them are small. And I'll just tell you real quick, they will fuck you up. Bad. Because they're not going to just use their hands, their feet, they're going for their blades, they're going for their weapons. Because when we talk about martial arts, it's to get a person on their back, belly, or side. It don't just mean this right here. It means if I got to buck you down, then that's a martial art. You understand what I'm saying? But we good with what it is we do. My point is saying that you cannot be rolling around after dark dolo. That's illegal. Because you can become a victim. Brothers, you don't want to be rolling around dolo either. You understand what I'm saying? You have to have, my grandmother used to say, always keep something on you to keep the hanks up off you. Now I ain't know what the fuck the hanks was, but I've been managing them to keep them up off you, right? So my point is this right here. When a hyena sees one lion, he ain't gonna mess with that lion. If you got 5 hyenas and they see a lion, they step into that lion. Right? That's how the police is. You understand what I'm saying? So don't get caught up out here and get captured by a bunch of chumps, which are hyenas, right? We have to be practical. Y'all need to learn a martial arts. We need to learn a fighting system. It is necessary. It is necessary. Because again, if you can't defend what you have, then it's not yours. If you can't defend your family, anybody come take your family from you. What you gonna do? Say because these niggas were scared to come out their room when somebody broke in the damn house. I wish I would call another dude to come defend me because somebody broke in my house. That don't make sense to me. Now, if you're in the community and you have brothers in the community like, yo, it's a nigga downstairs, whatever, I'm just letting y'all know, whatever, so on and so forth. But I'm not just standing up and they're scared. This is my shit. You enter my castle, you have a problem. All bets are off. Now you catch me on the streets, you say some crazy shit, I might just give you a pass, give you a doctor's note, because I figure something wrong with you. I'm just going to be like, you know what? Just don't even follow me. We good. Whatever you got to say, that's peace. You understand what I'm saying? But when I turn around, you should turn around. That's how we do this thing. How many of y'all are part of an organization? Pass, you with an organization, brother?
Several.
Sir, I respect it. And you gotta identify it. I suggest that we all become a part of some organization. I'm not here to recruit you. Don't even get it twisted. That's not my job. But what I am saying is I love us enough to remind you of what we're up against. We're up against the state. There's different types of predators. There's primary predators and there's secondary predators. A primary predator is the state. When I'm talking about the state, I'm talking about the police, I'm talking about the military, I'm talking about the government. These are people who don't have your best interests at heart. And I'm going to break some of y'all heart when I tell y'all this, but ain't no good cop. Fuck Officer Friendly. My children, if they're in public school, we let them know immediately. As soon as we enroll in them, we let the principal know, we let every teacher know, listen, if the police are coming to do one of the workshop things in the class, put them in another class. If the military is coming to do a workshop in the class, put them in another class. Oh, but what about, listen, I told you, my children ain't standing up for no fucking flag. I know some folks be like, well, this is, if that's what you feel, then good luck. First of all, there were people besides us that existed here prior, and they was victims of genocide. Okay, when you talk about gentrification, the natives of this country are the original victims of genocide and gentrification. We, from whatever homeland you choose, anytime we allowed these bastards to come in our midst, we became victims because of the fact that we've been so loving and kind to these people. Now, I'm not going to tell you to go out and do nothing to nobody. You ain't going to get me on a get indicted hotline. But I am going to say defend yourself with all that you have. You understand what I'm saying? Malcolm said, be peaceful, be courteous, obey the law, but if someone puts their hands on you, send them to the cemetery. He said that's that old time religion, that's that good religion. That's the religion that your grandmama talked about. Some of y'all run around talking about, I ain't my ancestors, I ain't like my grandparents. I know you suckers. You some bitches. Because your grandparents actually endured real things. They actually had to stand up and fight against these motherfuckers. And if you don't know that, you have to study your history, and you can't rely on these crackers because these crackers ain't gonna tell you what the deal is. But folks like us, we're gonna let you know what the business is. I told you when I first stepped up on this joint, how much time I got, brother? I don't want to beat you on the eardrum for much. 5 more minutes, good. When I told y'all when I stepped up here that my great-great-grandfather was a man named Sam Pace, and I said that he was accused of taking out 7 U.S. Marshals, right? I always said coming up as a child, I said, damn, if he was able to do that, how many can I do? And I don't necessarily have that same line of thought nowadays, but I'm not opposed to force. There's a difference between force and violence. A violent act, they'll make you feel like you just have to turn the other cheek. If I turn the other cheek, I'm trying to go in my pocket to bring something back to your ass when I turn it back around for you. I'm not turning around because you slapped me, you slapped the other cheek. That shit played out, right? You look like nobody ain't just slapped you, right? I'm just checking, making sure. But anyway, I appreciate you all listening to what it is I had to say. I hope I didn't bore you to death. We have a podcast network called Black Power Media. It's on YouTube. You can follow the YouTube channel, or you go to blackpowermedia.org. We interview on our platform everyone from former Panthers, Black Liberation Army members, AIM members, which is the American Indian Movement, to folks like Cornel West, folks like Cynthia McKinney, Mumia, y'all familiar with Mumia Abu Jamal? He calls into our platform. He's on death row, or was on death row, and we do work. My organization, you can go to thepeoplesarmy.org. Thepeoplesarmy.org, and you can see the work that we do. We also have a film. It's coming out of documentaries called Organizing is the New Cool. My name is Kalonji Changa. I appreciate you all for listening to me, and I pray that you all be safe and that something that I said is beneficial for us. Peace.
Peace.
Thank y'all for sticking around. We got another great brother coming up now. Good brother, Oi. Another brother for a minute. Can't wait to hear what he says because he always brings it. And it's on you, brother.
How y'all feeling today? Look at somebody and say, boy, you look good. No, look at somebody else. Don't look at me. Hey, you look good. Reflectors in the house. Any Aries in the house? Tauruses? Geminis? Cancers? Ain't you know, y'all scared to talk about yourself? You know what I'm saying? Leos? Virgos? Libras? You ain't making no noise? You scared? Alright, I'm just joking with you. Scorpios? Sagittarius?
Yeah.
Capricorns?
Yeah.
Alright. Aquariuses? Pisces? Okay. Y'all wild. Want some drinks over here. Drinks over here. Today I want to talk about timing, right? This is a tough crowd to come behind. You rough. I'm gonna get Zoe to put me behind you. I don't know if I actually can talk. I'm gonna talk about the money though. I'm gonna talk about cycles, right? So you're gonna need some paper unless you have a very good memory. So the day is divided into 3-hour sections, right? And there's 8 times 3 gives you 24. That's 24 hours in a day. The year is divided into 8 sections. And the month is divided into 8 sections. So I'm going to talk to any business owners in here or anybody who really wants to come up this year. I was talking to my friend earlier about getting pregnant. You have to be doing something at the right time to get something pregnant to get a baby. You know what I'm saying? So when we talk about generational wealth, the first thing you're going to need is a wife. You ain't going to be able to have no generation if you ain't got no vagina for the baby to come through, for you to have a grandchild, for you to have great-grandchildren. Like, I'll go back into the simplistic part. So today we're going to talk about, I'm going to do the 8 cycles of the day first, and then I'm going to give you the 8 cycles of the year. Because sometimes black people got short attention spans. So these 8 phases, the day starts at 6 p.m. during the day. 6 p.m. is the planning phase of the day. This is when you start planning about tomorrow. What do I want to be doing tomorrow, right? And it's good to, when you plan, don't stuff too much food in your mouth, right? You got an internal and you got an external. So you should have 2 goals every day of what you want to work on tomorrow, right? So normally if you got a 9 to 5, it's really easy for your external goal. Then you got an internal goal, which is the personal. So let's say you want to go to the gym. So today, between 6 and 9, that's when you plan for the next day. From 9 to 12, we call this the planting phase of the day. Planting, write that down. From 9 to 12. 9 o'clock at night, I call this meditation and a movie. So whatever you would think about doing the next day, you want to go running, then now you need to be watching Rocky. Rocky was undefeated. Watch some movie that's because this part of your forehead, this is where your movie screen is at. And your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference. So if you're playing it and watching it and implanting it here, the next day your subconscious mind is like, I'm ready to run. I'm ready to go box. I'm ready to do whatever. The next phase is the clearing phase. This is midnight to 3 a.m. Clearing, this is the time you should not be working because you are supposed to be releasing. If you ate all day and you didn't defecate, we call that constipation. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 days of that, you're going to be in trouble. So you're going to eventually have to release it. But if you have scheduled release, the normal person is sleep from 12 to 3. And if you're not asleep, just chill, letting stuff go. If you want to know some of the good times for doing releasing rituals, this is a good time. From 3 to 6 is the gathering phase. This is a big dream time phase. You're getting your dreams on at this point right here. And you're dreaming about what you was meditating in the movie on, Work from 9 to 12. That's why she was talking about writing your dreams down. From 6 to 9 is when you listen to that old Marine commercial, Kalanji. We get more done before 9 a.m. than most people get done all day. It's because that's general's talk. That's not little boy talk. That's not soldier talk. Soldier's boss is the general. So you're supposed to be a general in your life. So you sit around the dinner table from 6 to 9. What is the plan that's going to get accomplished the next day? So by the time 9 o'clock come, you done already got more done in 3 hours than most people all day, because some people waking up at 6 trying to be like, what I'm going to do today? You're already behind everybody in here because you've been planning since 6. You already got a 12-hour head start. When the last time somebody caught somebody with a 12-hour head start? It's been a while. Then you do that a week, a month, 3 months at a time. You start adding that up. You got 90 days times 12. Jeez, that's 102 he gone. She gone. I don't care if they're in a wheelchair and can't breathe. They already done left you. This is the part where you're watching to see how your plan is going to manifest. That's that 6 to 9 in the morning. When you wake up fresh, writing down your dream, now you hit we call that the aha moment, right? Then from 9 to 12 is the leading phase of the day. This is the admin. This is 10% delegation. No, 90% delegation, 10% doing. Making sure that you on the phone calling people, say, yo, I need you to do this, you need to do that, you need to do that, you need to do that. You're just now beginning to work. Really wealthy people are only working like these 6-hour periods of the day. From 9 to 12, they're doing admin. Then at 12 o'clock, in the old cowboy movies, what they used to say, meet me at high noon. What's about to happen? Pow, pow. We're finna get action. This is when the sun is the closest to the earth. When the closer the sun is, the more energy you're getting. 12 midnight, the sun is further away from the earth. It's pitch black. This from 12 to 3, the doing phase. This is the Ogun phase. Get your machetes and swing them. This is action. This is Nike. Just do it. Now, after I go and execute and I done made the kill or got the bag or whatever, what do you think the next phase is, the proper procedure from 3 to 6? To celebrate. Celebrate good times. You already put in 21 hours of work. Why don't you celebrate a little bit? This whole thing, hustle hard, sleep is the cousin of death. That shit is rap music, and most of that shit is fake. You need rest, and you also need to celebrate yourself and your selves and all of that. You need to be like, yo, I'm gonna celebrate all the stuff I did since 6 o'clock yesterday. That was a good ass plan. It was a great movie. I got to bed early. The dream state was popping. Now I woke up this morning, I could see clearly. Then I executed for 6 hours. Bam. You start making this a pattern. You start making this into your habit. This leads you into, when you're celebrating, how do we feel? That's dopamine. We happy. What happens at 5 o'clock around the world? Happy hour. Don't get too saucy. Don't smoke the whole thing. Okay? So you can think, because if you out here and damn smoke 4, he roll 1, you roll 1, you roll 1, you roll 1. Now we're gonna smoke 4. It's 6 o'clock. We supposed to be planning. We high as a kite. How we gonna get something really? It's too foggy. You know what I'm saying? Really, your best time for smoking, you save smoking for after the plan. So smoke between 9 and 12. Boy, these guys over here just like, man, I'm finna go get me a twist up right after we leave here. You know what I'm saying? Exactly what you're talking about. So that is the cycles for the day. You can immediately put this in the process. You can also look where you're at and what time it is and notice what a person's bringing you. So like if somebody holler at you during the day, you can be like, oh, this between 12 and 3? This joke is really serious. Is this early in the morning? Oh, this is between 3 and 6. This is a celebration. This might be an opportunity for a party. I encourage everybody to be an unashamed opportunist. Look at somebody and say, be an unashamed opportunist. Look at him and tell him, don't tell me. He'll understand opportunity. So now we're going to do the year. Is any entrepreneurs or business owners in here? Striving, want to be, got some businesses, you know what I'm saying? Are you making enough money? Are you making enough? Right, you could have some more, right? So let's get some more. So now I'm going to put you in CEO state. That's really who I coach, is CEOs, Chief Financial Officers, Chief Strategy Officers. That's what I am. I'm a Chief Strategy Officer for hire. Who knows astrology, by the way? And of course, we'll drop a little candles on it too. So we're going to start with September the 22nd. So write that down. This is the planning phase, just like you were just writing. September 22nd until November the 5th. That's the same equivalent to that 6 to 9 p.m. This is when you plan. Where do you want to be next summer? You want the new thing? This is how you set it up. You have to lay it out first. You have to have a structure. So put your two plans together for what do you want 4th of July 2023. Right? But don't be a nigger. Because niggas are greedy. Okay? Pick two things. One internal, one external. This is like really the basis, because how you start is how you're going to finish. So if you come in greedy, you're going to finish up greedy. And your energy is, your ashes is too thinned out because you don't say yes to too many things. You have to learn, CEOs know the power of no. Apple, if you have an iPhone, they're powerful because of what they turn down, not because they have the money to take everything. See what I'm saying? So this is when you pick, let's say, during the day, I can say tomorrow I want to run 2 miles. That's a small goal for the day. But where do I want to be next year? I want my podcast to be like #1 in the country. Or I want a 5-bedroom house, 6 bathrooms on 5 acres of land. You're going to need more than a day. You're going to need more than a month to get that done. You may have to do some credit. You may have to pull some bread. You have to find the property. But this is what it's like. You're seeding the universe. You have to seed it down first, right? Then you got an internal goal. I've been trying to get rid of this thing right here for a minute. So guess what? It didn't work last year. So we're going to run it back this year. Run your goals back until you complete it. I'm trying to get down up under 200, me personally. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. We like Big God to save lives. Don't worry about y'all. It's okay. As long as you feel healthy and feel good about yourself. You feel good about yourself. That matters. So now, after you got your 2 goals set down, one of them could be like, I don't meditate. So by next year, I want to be meditating and I want this house. Right? You could set a dollar amount. But really, I don't tell you to go for dollar amounts. Go for the thing the dollar is going to buy. What is the dollar going to do for you? So this club you need, or you want to buy this from Sadiq's and you want to make it yours, change it into Raphael's. That's going to cost you $400,000. Just say my goal is, this is what I want. Oh, he's sharp out here. So when I see food, Taurus get kind of distracted, a little hungry out here. You got the wings. She gonna eat it right in my face too. I know, but I'm talking and teaching her, so how I'm gonna pull that off? You know what I'm saying? So you two save me some fries. I'll get some of that. So after the planning phase from September the 22nd to November 5th, that's where we are right now. That's where we are right now. So whether you write it down, conscious or unconscious, every action that you've been taking since September 22nd to November the 5th, that's what you're going to get. So everybody's not listening, who ain't paying attention, they're still going to get something. But if you was unorganized then, it's going to be unorganized then. I mean, unorganized now, you get unorganized. November the 5th to September 21st. That's the planting phase. Planting means I wrote the plan. I decided I want watermelons and grapefruits next year. Well, now I need to plant them in the ground. I got all the seeds, and now for this 45 days, I'm going to plant them in the ground. Everything that has something to do with me and my podcast being #1, and me getting rid of this right here. So I need to be in the gym, or whatever I gotta be. Really, for me, it's not the gym. It is me and my diet. I gotta put some more discipline in my diet.
I got you.
Unashamed opportunist. Unashamed opportunist. You don't care. So, this, and what are you programming in your mind? This is the part where you really got to see who you're hanging around. Because you can be hanging around some nincompoops and they will plant their energy into you to make sure your joint is good and sabotaged. Because you ain't getting it together, because you sitting there communing with somebody who got a very terrible diet. And I ain't talking about their food diet, the shit that they be talking about. You know what I'm saying? The other day somebody was asking me about the Boston Celtics coach got caught, you know what I mean, in a messing around on knee alone. What's that got to do with my podcast? Is he an investor in something that you're about to do? Why you even got that on your brain to let it come out your throat chakra to tell me? We should be strategizing. You know what I'm saying? Let's play some chess. But you talking about, so guess what I did? Put them in a category. I be putting jokers in, I let jokers put themselves in categories, excuse me. Then after the planting phase, December 21st, this is when the sun is the furthest away from the planet. This is the clearing phase. This is the best time of the year to do cord cutting rituals. This is the best time of year to get rid of things. This is not the time to be starting nothing. Okay? This is like a system where it's an astrological system, but you don't have to get caught up in all the planets. You know what I'm saying? Because you got such a long time, which kind of goes through fast. This is the time for depression and crying and releasing and feeling like shit. Go ahead and put it in one section of the year. Don't damn start off feeling like shit. Don't end up feeling like shit. But put something, this is the correct time for the feeling like shit. I'm crying, oh my God, I feel depressed. Give it 45 days and it's over. Then you see somebody talking about, oh, I'm depressed, and it's in May. Like, nigga, did you use that time? No, I was out there getting drunk talking about Happy New Year. Well, January 1st, subtract September 22nd, is 100 days. What's the date? October 1st? So we already 8, 9, we 10 days into the year. Now somebody on December 31st is talking about next year is going to be my year. No, it's not. It's not. We're going to get the same shit. You're just going to scratch out 2022, put 2023 there. Y'all know the little thing where the women be like stepping and shit. She was moving up for the next year. That's the same shit you had last year. We ain't seen you post nothing new. Because you ain't using those cycles. You're not aware of the proper, of what nature, that's what all this is. The tier. All this represents nature, right? Everything you're looking at, even the earth tones and the wings. Wings represent wind. That's where they're using that. So this is the time to clear. Now, what is the rule of the universe? Write this down. I can't stand the void. I can't stand the void. So if you create a void, then the universe will be like, let me give you the raw materials. What happens from September 21st, from February the 5th to March 21st? Your taxes come back. Y'all still black now. Black folks love getting their taxes back around February. Woo! This is the preview of the movie. This is not the movie. You got back $3,000, don't go crazy. You got back 10, 20, don't go crazy. Your goal is not reached yet. You don't even really get to see it because this system you have to operate 180 days in the dark. So a lot of people are so, give it to me now, give it to me now. Explain, explain, explain. Nah, this is like, as my teacher explained, if you get a woman pregnant and in her 4th month you come and say, let me see the shoulder. Come on now, you got a smart mouth. What you gonna say? Nigga, go somewhere and sit down. 5 more months, I'm gonna give you what? The whole baby. Okay. 6 months. Can I see the foot? I was just wondering, do he got toes like mine? What do her eyes look like? You don't do that. That's not even natural. It's got to stay in the oven, and you get the whole thing at the end. You can't keep sticking the hand in there, opening the door, and all that. So this is the gathering phase because you created a void. I call this the FedEx. Now you got packages coming. Beep, beep, beep. Sign here, Mr. Carter. Sign here, Zoe. Sign here, Mr. Tyrone. Sign here. Sign here. These are raw materials. Just bring them in and unpack them. Don't start trying to sell nothing yet. Boom, spring equinox comes March 21st. This is the seeing phase. You're seeing with new eyes. You're looking to see something that shows you your aha moment. You had a plan in September. Now, boom, 180 days later. You done planted it clearly, cleared all the haters, gathered the raw materials. Only thing left is for you to see. This particular period of time is the most dangerous because you could miss an ideal because things are speeding up now because now you have momentum. Write down everything. Write down everything or get a voice recorder. Write it down. The springtime is not the beginning of the year. I don't care how many hoteppers told you that. It's not. If they think it is, they're 180 days late. And what you can do, just like my teacher, Malachi Z. York said, don't believe me, try it out. If you got 3 years, because that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to test mine. You're going to have to test the one that starts on January 1st, and then you have to test the one that starts on March the 22nd. I already done the work for you. I've been doing this system since 2008. This junk work like goat. It don't fail, and I don't deviate from it. Right? After I'm gapped, now when the seeing phase come, I got the aha. I need to do this for my podcast to do this. And some people be like, well, it ain't popping yet. You done been working on it for 6 months. Don't even worry about that, bro. That baby gonna be here in 3 more months. The whole thing, 9 pounds, 11 ounces. Head full of hair with some braids probably come out with a gold grill. Absolutely. That's what I planted up in there. She was like, ooh. Gold grill. Remember she was like with sex magic? I put a gold grill on my baby. You know what I'm saying? Gold grill. Gold grill. So I'm grown. I'm not nasty. I'm grown as hell. So next is, after the seeing phase is May the 5th. Now we nice up in the springtime, and this is the leading phase. May 5th to June the 21st. 1 minute or 11 minutes? Oh, we're going to tie this all up. May the 5th until June the 21st. It's getting hot outside, right? What do y'all do, melanated folks, when it start getting hot? Put on sundress. I like her. Pisces, she wants, you know what I'm saying? That's the one that's really nasty. I'm trying to tell you. Most spiritual and most nasty. And they can lie the best too, but we're doing high level right now. So now it's time for you to start admin. So if I planted the cucumbers and the watermelons and the grapefruit, now I need to call my Mexicans and say, hey, I'm going to need y'all to get ready to come out here June 21st and get all these watermelons out the field. Because I'm a boss. That's what the CEO is doing. The CEO is not like, I'm getting ready to lift some weight so I can get out and get all these watermelons. No, you're talking about paying somebody. That's what a company does. That's the other problem that we have. We don't want to pay nobody. We want to do everything ourselves so we can squeeze the whole and keep the whole shit. That's not how money operates. I was sharing this with my man earlier. Y'all better get this book called Cosmic Currency. Cosmic Currency. Cosmic Currency, The Tao of Money. There's another book called Big Bucks. I would start with Big Bucks first. Then I would read The Tao of Money. Then I would read Cosmic Currency. And then I would get 3 or 4 numerology readings from everybody. That's a fact. Now you're also doing your admin around like the people that you're around. You know what I'm saying? Like you might have to put some people in a certain place. Like I need you have to know how to move people around. You got to move yourself around. Now June 21st comes. It's the doing phase. Longest period of the day, hottest period of the day. It's the beginning of the summer. We're in action for 45 days. You're not asking nobody permission for shit. Even if you still don't understand, everything is action, 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 action. This is, I'm taking my watermelons to the market and I'm selling them for $18 a piece. Before, somebody could have just said, yo, let me buy a quarter of an acre of watermelons for like $5,000. No problem. You get a discount because you're early. But make sure you get piece for piece during the summertime. No discounts. No discounts. Somebody look at somebody and say no discounts.
No discount.
No discounts. Because everybody ready to spend some money anyway. Everybody's excited.
Gas always going up in the summer.
Gas going up. Cancers is putting on more sundresses and stuff. The Pisces is trying to go with them on girls' trips. It's hot as hell. Y'all don't give a damn how much it costs. We out here spending. Circulate is the word I like to use. I don't like to use the word spend. I like to use the word circulate. Now, we got money. We got the crops out the field. This is the 21st to August the 5th. August the 5th is the celebrating phase. Now it's time for you to celebrate. What are we celebrating? Everything. I'm celebrating Zoe's podcast, even though I got a podcast. I'm celebrating your grandsons can ride a bicycle finally. Anything I see. My example is I go in the store, I buy 5 $20 lottery tickets. Don't hit shit. Damn raggedy ass buck-tooth trailer trash white dude behind me buy a $2 ticket, hit for $1 million. Right beside, no, my fault, he bought the $6 $20 ticket. He hit for $1 million. Turn around and celebrate. Because you want the energy. You want the energy of the celebration. But the universe is trying to see if you're a hater. There's plenty of haters out here that you always talking about. You know why you got haters? I have 9 minutes now. You know why you have haters? Because you're a hater. You always can notice haters around us because you are hating something. The body has 76 trillion cells in it. It's only going to attract what it is. Me, I hang with a bunch of bosses and masters and geniuses and shit like that because I had to look in the mirror one day and was like, damn, you kind of fresh yourself. Because I was looking at why they was coming to me. I'm a resource for them, like they're a resource for me. I need to get my nails done too. I need to get something popping over there. Yeah, she do too. She trying to get some replacements. No, she come to the house. That's what bosses do. Bosses stay at the house and have them come to the house to them. Pow pow. You want some too? You get your nails done too?
Oh well, I also had a question about the lottery. I heard something in the back.
I was talking about celebrating. So from August the 5th till September the 21st is the celebrating phase of the year. So the example is, what are we celebrating? Everything. So I bought 5 $20 lottery tickets, didn't win nothing. The trailer trash white boy with I hate niggas shirt on buys the next ticket and wins $1 million. Celebrate. Congratulations. So happy for you and your family. It's to change the path for you and your ancestors. I hope you have security. I hope you got insurance. Blah 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 blah. I'm just trying to show the universe that I'm not a hater. Because my attitude is like, nigga, I just spent $100. I ain't win shit. At least one of these tickets could have gave me back like 100. Damn, he won $1 million. I can't stand. Now you got that energy going with you to September the 22nd. And you supposed to be starting a new plan because it's a new year. But guess what? You still pissed over this one incident where the white boy behind you got the ticket. Because you didn't want to spend $20 more though. You had 200. You know what I'm talking about? The spirits know how much money you got. You got a stack in your pocket. You could have bought 200. The 6 ticket was yours, but you didn't want to do that. Tight as hell. You thought you was going to go over there and scratch. Y'all see people like that. They scratch in the store, go back, buy some more. Scratch in the store, buy some more. I'm sneak right in between your ass. Give me that one right there. Which one he buying? I used to work in a convenience store, so I know this game. You're like, what? Oh, that nigga just bought 40 tickets? Let me get 5 of them. Let me get the next 5. Boom! It ain't hurt me, but I might do something, right? Because he done got it warmed up. So this cycle, the first time you try it, is really going to be like breaking yourself in. Like, you're going to have to like get into it and see, because most people don't do well in writing goals out. You don't know how to write goals out. There's a structure that you can program your rituals. You know what I'm saying? When you're asking for something, there's a way you can speak it. One thing, it has to be something that you're passionate about. It has to be something that you can memorize. But it has to be short and clear. And it has to be in the present state. So for me, for my podcast, it's going to sound something like, right now I'm so happy and grateful that Stars, Frogs, and Mushrooms podcast is the #1 podcast in the world. I'm so happy and grateful that I have all the stars and all the sponsorship coming through to make me crazy successful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Big problem with black folks, melanated and Negroes, they have in common, Moors, Nubians, freedom fighters, and Christians, is they're not grateful. They all share that shit. I ain't grateful, ain't got no gratitude, don't know how to say thank you. For you guys in here who want a woman to say thank you when you open the door, don't do that though. Pause. If you can open the door for the woman and she walk through and don't say thank you, and you get upset, you a hoe. I just want to put that on the side. This is for all the brothers in here watching or something. Don't do that. Open the door because it's the right thing to do. Don't open the door because then she walk by. Oh, Mom, you ain't gonna say? You already got that negative energy. You better look at it. Where are you accumulating negative energy at or disagreeable energy during the year? This is also going to be your map of certain rituals to do. I just gave you a map of 8 different rituals. Now you can just, if you don't remember the whole thing, September 22nd, let me jump on a planning ritual. November 5th, let me jump on a deep meditation planting ritual. December 21st, let me do a clearing ritual. These are different crystals and different baths. That sister that was up here first, what was her name? When I first got here.
This is a Raymond.
It's a Sut, a May, Ray, Amun. Holler at her. She got the herbs off top of her head. There's some other people that know all the herbs too, but that was just who was up on the stage at the time. Who I know you look like you know some shit. So ask her, ask somebody, go look it up on Google as your friend. But timing, man, it's all about timing. I don't want you to be the truck driver who wants to get his wife pregnant and then she come home. Well, he come home on Friday and she's on her menstrual. And he said, well, I'm leaving on Monday. What we gonna do? Well, nothing, because she done married a dummy. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't even understand that you got to be there when the egg drop. That egg don't drop 30 days out the month. She ain't ovulated. So the window, you have to be able to jump in. This is what billionaires are using this program. The millionaires, this is their following nature. You know what I'm saying? Do this, show it to your kids. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah. What you call the program?
This particular program, I call this Prosperity 365 or Prosperity GPS 365, and GPS stands for Greatest Possible Strategy. So we all want prosperity. We all need more bread to do God's work. That's what I want. I want a bigger budget so I can do more of God's work. God want me to travel to Bali. He want me to go back to Istanbul. He want me to go to all these places and spread, his message the way I spread it. That's going to take some damn money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to be no just showing up there. I'm not holding no sign up for nothing. Anyway, thank y'all so much. Oh, wait. Can everybody pull their phone out real quick? Because I need everybody, watch this right here. I'm going to show y'all a trick right here. Pull your phone out. If you're over there and the sound of my voice, please pull your phone out. Just pull your phone out where you at. I need to get paid right quick. Go to www.workwithoye. Workwithoye. Work. OYE is OYI. Come on, do it too, because you're going to want this on your website too. A lot of y'all don't even have this. I'm trying to show you business owners how to get some bread. This is my free tip for y'all today. Workwithoye.com. And in the bottom right hand corner, there's a little chat box. Hit that chat box and send me a message that says prosperity. Now, what you just did is you gave me your number and your email address, and I know you from Sadiq's. Now I'm finna send all of y'all something that the people who left, they don't get it. It's gonna be a surprise, but it's gonna be nice.
It's OYI, right?
OYI, Work with OYE. If you have a website and you don't have this on there, where you can get in front of people and get their phone number and email address, you might want to send me that in the message too and be like, bro, how can I do this? Right? I got to get paid, so I need them emails. I want your phone number. Yes, ma'am.
So if I'm already working with you, what do I send you?
It's prosperity. Still put prosperity in there. Same thing. Put your name, put your email, put prosperity. Right.
Chat box?
At the bottom right-hand corner of the website.
Yeah, the chat box.
Look at there. Juggers over here, they found it. Yes.
9/21 through 12/21 is what phase?
9/22 to 11/5 is the planning phase. And then 11/5 to 12/21 is the planting phase. Put a T on that thing. Right. You should have 8.
Prosperity, right?
Prosperity. Oh, you can ask me what my Venmo is if you really want to get down. I'll send that back to you too. All right, I appreciate everybody. How I normally end, I found you in peace. I leave you in prayer. So everybody take a nice big inhale, please. Exhale slowly. Think about an ancestor you really love. I am in the love of all, and all love is in me. I am a part of all, and all is a part of me. I am one with all, and all is one with me. I can succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual. I can be all that I wish in all, as long as my wish is to stay in all. I am never alone. All is, I am. All can, I can. All does, I do. Mr. J, and I'm cool. I'm one of them old school New All right, peace. Thank y'all, fam.
Thank y'all much. Always a pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm a straight up have to become a re-enroll as a student with you for the next phase. Next, we got my brother Crumb here, and if y'all have not seen his TV show, please do, because this brother is one of the cats that brings so much information. This is really about healing and teaching. You know what I'm saying? This brother has so much information. I appreciate you so much, and I'm gonna hand it over.
Peace, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Family, if you could, please repeat after me. Peace.
Peace.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Islam.
Islam.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Hotel.
Hotel.
Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
Rahu Bet.
Rahubat.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Whatever the greeting is in your respective language, I'm your humble brother Crumb, and this is the live lecture. I'm on YouTube, 30,000 subscribers. TikTok, 25,000 followers. Facebook, 60,000. I was on Instagram. On health. I did a of